Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm here to talk about just our emotions, and we live in an environment today that there is so much toxic positivity, like we always need to be happy, we always need to be high vibe, and we miss out that we can be high vibe and still feel things. We've always gotta just fly above it and not be controlled by anything. And I'm by no means saying, be controlled by your emotions. But so often, we feel things and we think things and we feel things and we just kind of shove them down because we think, oh, that's not right. It's not right for me to be so frustrated with this person. It's not right for me to feel these things. It's not right for me to be frustrated in this situation that, well, it's not going to change it anyway, so I'm not even going to give it any energy. Like we just find ways to quelch ourselves and our emotions. And many times our emotions just need a path. They need acknowledgement. They need space. And and we can still be spiritual people and feel things and feel frustrated and feel angry and feel just down some days, and feel disappointed in ourselves, or disappointed in other people, or disappointed in the weather. For instance, it's raining right now. I mean, I went out earlier, did a great hike with my dog, and then I wanted to come out and just sit outside and give this inspiration that's been given to me, because some of you may have seen and know, like, the dogs are a little bit crazy in my house, and so sometimes it gets a little chaotic. And so anyway, we live in this world where we all need to be perfect all the time, and we feel that internally, we feel that from the world, we feel that from the matrix, and we feel that spiritually. Even we feel like, okay, if we're walking with the divine and we are in the light and we're this and that, then we should be this and that way. We should feel and think this and that. We shouldn't allow energies from the world to affect us, but we're people, we're human. We have emotions for a reason, and they tell us so much. And when we work with our emotions, just so many magical things in life can happen, And so, an interesting thing happened to me this week. And so for a few months, I've been having like major road rage, right? But only when I drive to work. I get in the car to drive to work, and the first car that I see, it's like, bam. Like, I am so frustrated. Why are there any other friggin' cars on the road? Like, why do I not have access? And everybody move out of my way. Like, what is this? And where like all these old 80-year-olds driving on the road at 8 o'clock? What are they doing on the street at 8 o'clock, at 2 o'clock, at whatever time it is that I'm driving to work? Why are they there? Why are they there? And why are they in front of me? Why is that truck there? Why is this? And when I tell you, like, just frustration, it has been like real frustration. And it's been sitting in the back of my mind, like, okay, why are you so frustrated? Like, what? I mean, this isn't like you, Dara. Like, like, come on, what's going on? But it's kind of been in the back of my mind, and I still am like, every day I'm just like, oh, I hate driving to work. I hate driving to work. I get to work, and one of the first things I tell my girlfriend, I hate driving to work. I hate driving to work. I hate driving to work. And so, obviously that went on 3-4 months ish, and then the other day I got to work, and I was just like, doing my thing. And it's like a light bulb went off. Ding, ding. The light bulb doesn't go ding, but the bell that goes with the light bulb goes ding, and then the explosion goes bam. And then that's kind of like what happened in my mind. And I was like, I've been acting angry because I am angry. I am angry. And I'm not angry at work, but I'm angry that I have to work so much because I had plans, right? I had plans. I had a plan and my plans aren't working out. They didn't work out the way I planned them to. I got divorced. I was supposed to be getting alimony, da 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 da. And so that would have been, I had all these side hustles and, you know, getting back into my art, and things were supposed to be at a different point at this time, and I should only have to work half time, you know, part time, and you know, and I realized, like, I am angry. I'm angry about this. I'm angry that, you know, that I allowed myself to be in this situation, that I allowed myself to count on that money for a position, for a certain point in my life, you know, like that things were counting on that, you know. And so anyway, like, it was just such a relief. And after I realized what the heck I was angry about, it's like it dissipated. It went away. It was like, it went away and it cleared, because I was able to see, like, what the real issue was in my heart and in my mind and in my situation. And has it changed? No, it hasn't changed, but the peace is back, you know, because acknowledging that something was wrong and I can be angry. I have every right to be angry about it if I want to be angry about it. Like, I have that right. I've been impacted by something and I have the right to feel. And, you know, and I got to take different actions than I originally planned, and that's okay. But what in life, you know, is happening that we're feeling something, right? You're feeling something every time this person talks to you, or every time this situation happens. You feel something, and you push it away instead of, like, just letting it. Sometimes you got to let it simmer. You got to let it organize itself, right? So then it can then reveal to us what is going on, and we don't always need to just pull down walls and block out our emotions. We can feel. It is okay to feel, and they have a purpose, and, you know, they're not meant to be stuffed in a ball and put in a pocket, put in our chest. Like, they're not. We are meant to not to fan the flames, but to allow them to exist and to kind of nurture them and to see them as our friends. Sometimes to see them as a warning sign, or whatever it is that they are meant to tell us, to have a relationship with them. And so then I thought, oh, I'm going to pull 2 cards, right? And so I was shuffling the deck, and then 2 cards fell out, and I had to get out of the car and get them because they fell underneath the seat. So they were trying to hide on us, right? They were hiding. Ooh, now I pulled up the Ace of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups, right? One's about nostalgia, and one is like new prosperity, new opportunities, right? For new good things. But those are not the 2 cards that I had. Okay, these are the 2 cards I had. The 4 of Pentacles, right? And the 4 of Pentacles speaks about, like, holding on to what we have, you know, like holding on so tight, not feeling free, you know. And sometimes we're like that. With our emotions, or our emotions cause us to feel different things, and then we just kind of latch on to stuff, and we're holding on, and we're not letting go, and that's not what we're meant to do with our emotions. You know, we gotta let them ride. We gotta be willing to experience life, and not holding on to just moments that we agree with, or moments, or situations, or things that we desire. But we gotta let things flow. We gotta let air when we gotta, like, where's he gonna go? He can't go anywhere while he's sitting and holding down those 4 pinnacles, right? He's stuck right there. And that's what happens when we hold our emotions, and they get us stuck. They get us stuck in a mentality. They get us stuck in a mental state. They get us stuck emotionally at a maturity rate sometimes, state. And so then the next card was the 8 of Swords. Right? Ooh, ominous. But yeah, this is what our emotions do to us. When we keep them in, we create all kinds of havoc for ourselves. We imagine stuff. They just they grow in ways that we don't see, and they create obstacles, and just just think of like the frustration I was feeling driving, right? And if I had kept trying to hold it down and hold it in, like how much, where would have gotten to, right? I'm like 6 months driving that angry, then what? At some point, am I gonna pop off and say something to somebody, that does me wrong? Like, I'm not a crazy driver, but like, right? But it would have been created from internally. Those situations would have been caused from internal angst, right? And they're not real. And when we allow our emotions to flow and to develop, for us to connect with them and to see what is at the root of them, because that is really what our emotions desire for us, is for us to get to the root, to be able to cleanse it out, to be able to take off the eye tie and the lightly tied wrap that's holding us back. Our emotions are just kind of sleeking around us. We gotta face them and know that we don't have to put on. We can still be happy and still feel things, but we don't need to shove things down, put it in a laundry basket. Oh, it's my laundry basket of bad feelings. No. Work with it, feel it, understand it, give it space so that it can tell you what's going on in your life, in our lives, because we all go through this stuff, right? I do want to pull another card. I know I pulled one of these the other day. It's the Soul Truth Self-Awake Awareness card deck. I know, it seems pretty cool. So I'm just gonna shuffle through these and take one. And I hope this inspired you. I know, it's been, we have different times, different seasons in our life. We feel stuff, and we're meant to feel stuff. And as long as we're not like taking stuff out on other people, especially if they don't deserve it, it's okay to feel. This one doesn't want to go back in, so we're going to take this one. Do I know all my strengths, and am I using them? It says we all have superpowers, but it is up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. And then it says to ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? And I think one of my superpowers is being emotional. It's feeling. I can feel so much. But also in allowing other people to feel. I'm good at holding space for people to feel, to be okay in their humanity, and to know that they are still loved and it is okay, and that things pretty much always work out, but that's one of my superpowers, one of my strengths, and I guess the key is to use them, right? To use them. And if our emotions are blocking us, are your emotions blocking any of your superpowers? Are your emotions blocking your strengths, blocking you from using your strength? Because in your mind you are blocked. In your mind you are held back because you're frustrated in these team meetings, where this one takes over all the time. And so because that one takes over and is obnoxious and doesn't know what they're talking about, you kind of simmer in inside, and then you don't speak up, and you've got the great ideas and you know the solutions. You know, that's one way like our emotions can hold us back from using our strengths. You know, like you probably have like these great ideas, and you know, and sometimes we just get triggered by people, right? But we gotta see like where the frustration is and deal with it, and then speak up, you know, and use your strength. So I mean, that's just one example. But yeah, so it's kind of short today. That was what was put on my heart, and I thought I'd share it. And thank you for joining me. If that encouraged you, inspired you, if it revealed something to you, then hit the like button, drop a note, a message, a comment, whatever it's called. I'd appreciate it. But anyway, much love. Thank you.